All right, the interview
Alrighty.
process will begin now.
Okay.
Can you state your first and last name?
Xavier Cunningham.
All right, my name is Brock Steelhart. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for making time to come out for your interview today, sir.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Just gonna get right into it, okay? Again, there's no time
Okay.
limit. Take as long as you need.
All right.
I ain't got nothing planned for the day, all right?
Sounds good.
Why do you want to join the police department?
First and foremost, I feel like the need to protect and serve the community. Also, I feel like PD in the city has allowed the gangs and the civilians kind of run recklessly as they please. But take that as you will. But for the most part, just want to contribute back to the society and the community here in the city.
Okay, you want to give me the real reason why you want to join the police department?
That is the real reason. Just be able to I feel like PD is lacking in the city, and I feel like my contribution will give back to the city.
All right. What hours would you normally be clocking into the police department and give time zone if available?
I am EST Eastern Time. My hours vary, but mostly I can in the morning and late nights. So from any time from 9 a.m. to 2, and then around anywhere from 7 to, you know, whatever time, midnight, maybe 2 o'clock a.m., 2 a.m. So it really depends on the day, but variously throughout the day. I'd say
Okay.
on an average day, 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours each day.
All right. And how much time are you willing to dedicate towards the police department?
Probably five of the half the time. Able to fly into the city and wake up. I'd say half. Well, especially it really depends. Starting as a cadet, if you're able to really participate and really serve your community. Obviously, because you probably have to request a 10, 12. Um, not being a solo cadet, so it really depends. Obviously, if who's on duty. You know. But the willingness to clock in is always there. Just depends on if I'm have that means to. If that makes any sense to you.
It makes total sense. How long have you lived in Los Santos?
I've lived in here, the city, probably for about 3 months. Maybe four. Actually, probably four now. Actually, 4 months. I was here my brother was here. I believe the third week. The city gates opened. So, however long the city's been open for.
And what have you been up to, Xavier?
Well, Xavier, personally myself, has been just kind of rolling around in a lot of civilian jobs. Was going to get a job at White Widow, but my brother took the opportunity instead. Been just at home, been laying in bed basically, just waiting for the opportunity to get my interview. As I've been pending for about a month or so now.
Do you have any
So
experience being a law enforcement officer?
I do.
All right. So what was the highest rank that you achieved?
Corporal or senior officer corporal, depending on the city was different ranks. And believe this city has one more, two more ranks than previous cities I've been in.
Do you have any close friends or family members that are members of a gang?
I do.
If so, are you aware of your duty to intercede and report?
I am
Are you willing to report them if need be?
100%.
What is the most important equipment for you to have while on duty?
Well, first of all, having your radio is, I believe, communications key. So having your radio on you at all times and your panic button, is something that you should always have on you. Not necessarily do you always need to use lethal force, but having a taser, a weapon, or a nightstick, depending on what you are equipped with as an officer, is always something you should have on you. Um, Make sure you maintain your health with either having bandages or whatever sort of medical needs you should have on you, and staying safe against any criminal activity by having usually a couple pieces of body armor in your trunk. Um, but as far as anything else goes, I think that's what my immediate things to grab would be to have on me as an officer.
Hello.
So the most important, just if there could be
Oh,
just one,
most important. Oh,
yeah.
just most important, radio.
10-4.
Without communication, you really nothing's really. You're just by yourself, you know. So,
What is something you do not like about yourself that you would like to change?
um, I think I always like taking initiative. But sometimes I'm a little uncomfortable to. Uh, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, if that makes any sense. I like taking initiative. I'm not afraid to like ask for help, but at the same
I
time,
step on toes, I'll tell you what.
yeah, I just don't like stepping on anybody's toes because, at the end of the day, everybody has some sort of ego, and whether the way you approach it. So probably just the way I approach a situation and of asking to take on more responsibility, if that makes any sense. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Don't want to come off it in a certain way, but that's probably something I will love to work on.
All right, why should we hire you over the next person that walks in the door?
Well, obviously, with prior experience, I know quite a bit about what it takes to be an officer. Also, what I need to work on. Obviously, I already have the things being in the field that I realize that are my weaknesses that I possibly need to work on more. So having that initial experience to be able to set myself apart from the others by knowing what I already need to work on versus what I already my strong points are. I feel like that's something with anybody, whether it be in law enforcement or not, knowing your strengths and weaknesses is a huge advantage.
What are three strengths about your personality?
Well, earlier, like I said, prior, I like to take initiative. Um, I'm a very social person, so I can talk to anybody. Um, Also, when it comes to combat, when needed to, I'm a very good shooter. But I don't know if that's what you're really talking about when it comes to strengths, but those are the three that come to mind.
What are three cons about your personality?
Like I said, um, when it comes to taking initiative, it's just the approach. Um, Sometimes I need to think about a situation before I speak upon it or act upon it because actions speak louder than words. Um, when it comes to arguments and things, sometimes it's hard to see that I'm wrong, but I'm always open to see other people's perspectives. Doesn't mean I'm always going to agree with people, but it's not really a weakness, but it's something that I always keep in mind, that just being mindful of other people's opinions. Sometimes I forget about that. Um, Third one, um, I always say this is my third one. It's kind of lame, but just the fact that sometimes people can't list off three weaknesses, just self awareness, just knowing what actually are your weaknesses, and being able to correct them.
What is your biggest fear?
The dark. I hate when you can't see. Dark. Is that really what you're asking for? Or is that like kind of like a bedtime story? Like, biggest fear, or do you want like something different?
I mean, if that is your biggest fear, that's your biggest
I mean,
fear.
honestly, I mean, I can give you a couple. Biggest fear definitely being the dark. More of a actual fear would be like not being able to provide for myself. I think everyone is always afraid of not being able to be stable and provide for themselves or for anybody else or others. I think those are my two biggest ones. Disappointing myself would probably be the third. So I guess I kind of go all get together. Other than the dark one, it's more like a bedtime story, like afraid of the dark.
If we had to go into a place where there were no lights and we could not use our lights, it would give away our position.
Hmm.
Would you be able to handle that situation?
Again, like it's how you handle with adversity, man. So I'd have to. It's my job too. So, um, gotta put your fears behind you and the right foot forward.
Could you lead us through the mines with no flashlight? Think that's something that you could
Oh,
do, Xavier?
yes, I am very familiar with the mines. Yes, I'd say more or less. When it comes to this darkness thing, it'd be more or less with places I don't know that's dark. But again, right foot forward. You live and you learn and you move on. So sometimes you gotta be bigger than your biggest fear. That's how you conquer them.
If you are selected to become a deputy or a cadet, what do you want your goals to be within the department?
Overall, just showing face and activity. It's always big, when people take the initiative on certain scenes, but for the most part, being able to learn from others, obviously people being transferred from other departments, you learn different things and different tactics from the ones that you already know. So being able to translate that out in the city on the streets is what my biggest goal is for sure.
All right. These next couple questions are a little bit more relaxed, okay? They're not as serious,
Okay.
but they are important for your interview process, all right?
Okay.
What's your favorite music?
I listen to all types of music. It really depends on my mood. Um, so it really just depends on the day and what time and how I'm feeling, honestly. But if I had to choose one, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, okay. I mean, how are you feeling today and what would you listen to today?
I mean, right now I could listen to some sappy shit right now if I'm being honest with you, but also at the same time I could flip on some drill music at the same time and start feeling myself and get my heart racing. But again, just depends on the time of day. Big Still Woozy fan, but then I can also flip the switch and start listening to Gunna. So it's two different genres. It really depends.
I'll have you know I have no idea who the hell you're talking about, but
It's
hopefully
okay.
somebody
That
does.
I mean, you probably listen to some. What do you usually listen to? What's your favorite type of music?
I like jazz and country.
Okay, okay. So you're looking a little different than okay. So I'll take that one back. Jazz is definitely not one of my tops, but
Jazz is
um,
so you really should. Jazz is so good, brother. I'm
I feel like
telling you.
jazz is very broad spectrum nowadays. So
No,
you could say
classic,
some type of
classical
jazz.
jazz, not new school jazz, classical jazz. Talking,
Oh, classical jazz. Okay, okay, okay.
mm-hmm, talking Louis Armstrong. Oh
Louis,
wait,
you're talking like Louis era, huh?
yeah, man, the Kings, the
Frankie
Drifters,
Valley type shit.
yeah. But
Etta
anyways, we
James,
got to
Etta
interview
James, Ben
you,
Flock.
not
Sorry, okay,
me.
continue.
Let me not take over the
My bad.
interview
Frank Nuts.
here.
Yeah, go for sure.
All right. Favorite food? I'm assuming this is like type of
Uh,
food, American, Italian.
Italian.
Okay, you have a favorite dish as well?
I'll be honest with you, three cheese pesto pasta is always going to be my go to because you can put some chicken in there and marinate the chicken. I'm big on cooking.
Big on cooking.
Oh yeah.
Favorite color?
Sounds super stupid because they're not really technically colors, but I'm big on just white and black. Um, um, yeah, probably just white and black.
What is your least favorite music?
Probably electric, like funk type stuff. Makes me feel like I'm shopping for a training bra, or I'm about to like bang my head on a desk and like it.
Hmm. Least favorite food.
Least favorite food. I'll be honest with you. My least favorite food. Like food, man. I really do like food. Probably.
I mean, you can't like tofu. Nobody likes tofu.
I like tofu.
What the hell is wrong with
I know, right? Um. Uh yeah. I'm just gonna go with like Indian food. I ain't gonna lie.
you? All right.
Not a, not a big Indian food guy. Spice just really tears me up.
Least favorite color.
Least favorite color.
Yeah, man.
I'm
That's
not. I'm not big on orange. I'm not big on orange at all. I think orange is a gross color. You're about to say like orange is my favorite color. I'm gonna feel like an asshole, but definitely orange.
does pineapple belong on pizza?
No, no,
What
God
do you
no.
mean no?
I was gonna say that earlier. I was gonna say anything with you said least favorite food. I was gonna be like pineapple on pizza. Anything. And listen, you do not. The only types of fruit that ever be heated up are things that are in a cake or things that are in a pie. They should never be on a pizza.
But it's so sweet. You've never had grilled pineapple before?
I have not actually. So maybe I'm a little. So maybe I shouldn't. Provide an answer if I really haven't tried it myself. But pineapple, just
The
regular
grill
pineapple on
marks on
pizza.
pineapple is incredible.
Okay, I haven't had that. Like you talking like kebabs.
No, just fucking lay it down on the grid.
Okay, maybe we're a little different. So maybe I'll have to try it and then I'll come back to you on that one. But for now, I'm gonna stick with no.
I mean, it's got to be charcoal, gas grill. Who the fuck just does
Okay.
a gas grill
Yeah.
outside? Just
Oh,
be a fucking man. Do it charcoal.
slight Weber grill. I got one of those.
Yeah, a little smoky. Uh, okay. Last question.
Okay.
Anything else you want to tell us about yourself?
Um, I feel like actions speak louder than words, and hopefully you base your opinion on me based on my actions and not what everyone always says. So I always like to take things with a grain of salt from what people say about other people. So hopefully people reciprocate the same about me. That's all you really can ask for.
All right. I want to let you know that we have a no bullying and no harassment policy.
Okay.
Um, Basically, what that means is, you can be friends with people, right? You could be friendly with them.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can take jokes, other people cannot, right? Just
Read the
kind of have
room.
to learn the boundaries of what people accept and what others won't accept. If you end up getting reported to HR or something, there's not much I can really help you with, right? But
Right. Right. Right.
just learn about the person, see how they act, and you can go on from there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it will be an immediate termination as
Okay.
well. We also have a no. Uh, I mean, this is obvious. This is very. What I'm gonna say is gonna sound really dumb. Okay,
I'm listening.
you cannot sell the guns and the weapons that you get in the armory. You cannot leak any information like warrants to people. Okay, that
Okay.
is not allowed. If you do
Yeah.
that, you will be fired.
Sounds good.
I mean, it's pretty
Pretty
self-explanatory.
standard. Pretty standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just I guess we nicknamed this a dirty cop policy. Um,
No,
just
about it.
obviously don't do it. Okay.
Just don't be that guy.
You also have to
Or
make sure that you shower before every shift. Okay.
100%. I'm big on hygiene. I ain't no Dove's 3 men in one. Plus, I have my own shampoo, I have my own body wash, and I have my own conditioner.
Look at
You
you.
don't really care about that, but it's not like you're be in my
What
shower.
kind of
But
shampoo do you use?
Ignore that panic, by the way.
native,
I'm just testing something.
native shampoo.
Native
It used to be.
shampoo.
Yep, I used to use Moroccan oil shampoo until I figured out it leads to hair loss. So I dropped
Yeah,
that one.
that one
Is
chemical, the parabens or whatever the fuck, that shit's
Parabens,
in
yep.
everything. That shit
Yeah,
is
and
literally in everything.
I be reading the fine print on everything, man. I don't I what I be putting in my body and what I applying things on my body, and I did not know that until my buddy told me that, and I felt like an idiot that I didn't know that. So, the more you know, right?
Yeah, what
Not like
kind
I'm
of
balding or anything like
conditioner?
that, but like as much as I can prevent receding hairlines, I will do so. So,
Absolutely. What kind of
Rogaine
conditioner you
foam in my
use?
back pocket. Native again, just all the same
Okay.
brand.
Okay. Is body wash going to be the same as well?
Oh yeah. Maybe it depends on if there's a deal with Dr. Sasquatch, and the soap. Not dropping it,
Are
no
they
pun
worth it?
intended.
You like bar soap over you think it's a good investment? Bar soap?
I think you save money. I'll tell you that right now. If you
Mm.
think about like this, for as much as you're able to cover with a bar of soap, um, and apply it, it really makes you hit every piece of your body with a bar of soap versus body soap. I feel like people get a little too relaxed with it and nonchalant and don't hit every piece of their body as they should, and then therefore you waste a lot of the body soap. Considering the prices. So I don't know. I think that bar soap is better.
Yeah, maybe. It's tough to clean out certain areas with the bar soap, ain't it?
Oh,
It's a little
yeah.
tricky.
Sometimes you just gotta rub it on your hands, and then
Yeah,
get
no, I
down,
mean
get down
it's
there. You don't really
that
want to rub your bar of soap.
yeah, it's
It's a square. It doesn't really work out that way. So sometimes you gotta hit the crevices in certain areas with
I
your
wonder
hands.
if they make a shower glove with maybe some little things that maybe help out down there.
I feel like that might get a little too. I'm a little ticklish.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like the shower glove's not the move. But maybe
Hey
to
man,
each their
if
own.
you're clean, I mean you've been doing it for
Hey, if you're a
a few
clean
years
person, you'll do what it
now.
takes. You know what I'm saying? As the women say these days, if you wanted to, you would. And if that's what she wants, shower glove on me. Amazon Prime, next day shipping, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Just dropping off, picking it up in the shower that day. You know, so each their own. Shower glove, just not my initial thought to process to buy, but probably could buy one off of Amazon for like $7.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so used to using the loofah. You know what I mean? I don't know if I
Oh,
want to
you on
be.
the loofah gang? Okay, you're on the loofah train
Yeah.
for sure. To each their own. You know what I'm saying? I believe my mother told me about the loofah, and I did for a little bit, but then I moved and then I kind
Just
of threw it away.
well, you have to
Didn't
like
like.
buy a new one every month, right? You can't just use the same one
Oh, well, I'll be
forever.
honest with you. I didn't know
Oh no.
that. I say I'm big on hygiene over here. I didn't know that. Granted, I only had the loop for about 3 months. So it's not terrible. It's not like wearing your same underwear for 2 weeks. You know, um,
Yeah.
it's like saying I
Okay.
wear my underwear. And okay, sorry.
Yeah, I
Continue.
think the interview is over, sir. I got